Hello there, my name's Julie and thank you for joining me today as I plan in my creative journal for the week of March the 25th to the 31st. Initially I was going to be doing an Easter spread for this week, but I've juggled quite a few spreads around this month. So I'll be doing Easter week in my social media planner. And in this spread I'm going to be using this Live Life in Full Bloom sticker sheet from Let's Plan with Sarah for my monthly Instagram collab spread, as the theme is Make It Bloom. One of the things I love to do is pair stickers from different shops together. So I'm also going to be bringing in Hello Spring from Live Love Posh, and these beautiful florals, if I can find them, these that match the colours that the girls are wearing. It's been a while since I've done a Bujo style spread where I draw my own boxes, but I thought that this was a good opportunity. And though I don't normally have a box for each day in my creative journal, I thought, seeing as there were 5 girls and 2 quotes, that I would use each one of these for each day of the week. I've got a sort of picture in my mind, but of course, as always, everything could change. I'm going to have to use both pages of stickers in this spread, which is something I don't like to do. I like to use one and save one for another time. But I wanted to use both corner pieces, so that means using both sheets. Now, I think this will probably have to go along the bottom because, yes, it would look upside down in the top corner. So we'll use these 2 pieces along the bottom in each corner. This is what's great about the Live Love Posh sticker books. It is quite easy to put together a really pretty page. I'm already started to change my mind because I was thinking of doing florals all the way across the bottom, but now I'm wondering whether I leave the bottom and just do the top or the edges. Although again, I do have the problem of the florals being upside down, although they don't look too obviously upside down. I really like how that looks at the moment, so what am I going to do? I'm leaning towards putting it down the side. I could even have it here in the spine. This is the reason why I could never do an unedited video, because it takes me about 10 minutes of looking at the stickers to decide which ones I'm going to use and where I'm going to put them. I've actually cut one sticker in half here, and then I'm going to use the strip that I showed you down the side. I may even be able to save one long strip for another spread. Let's see how we get on. Oh, I don't want that to stick to there. I did put it on my arm first to take off some of the sticky, so hopefully that's going to help. No, it's ripping. This is unedited video for you, so I don't quite know where to cut it. Maybe here, and then I can always add in another piece. Oh, I let it stick back down again. Please don't stick anymore. Okay, it looks a little bit funny there, but we can add something. I'll just put this sticker on first before it sticks to something else that it shouldn't stick to. And again, we can sort out that little gap. just add this little blue flower in. And maybe we can use the other half on the other side. There. So now I've got to draw the boxes. I thought I'd use circles for this spread and have 4 on this side and 4 on that side. I've got this Fiskars template which has got a whole variety of different size circles, and I've learnt my lesson. I'm not going to do it in pen first. I'll do it in pencil just in case I don't get them in the correct position. Here goes. You might be wondering why I said 8 boxes. I just thought I would have an extra one for other things I might want to write, as there's not going to be a lot of room for journaling in these circles. But I ended up leaving a space at the bottom in case I wanted to bring in a quote. And I just did this smaller circle here. It's going to depend on how I fit the girls in as to whether I change that. I think I've got it how I want it. I could have done with one more girl on this side, but I don't really want to repeat a girl. And I would have liked the girls to be a little bit larger, but if I make them larger, then I won't have much room for journaling. So I will leave them as they are. They look stunning and they are the focal point of this spread. So now what I'm going to do is make a big decision. Do I want black boxes or colour boxes? I think probably colour, because this spread is all about blooming and colour. So what I'm going to do now is finish the boxes and then I'll be right back to add the decoration. It always feels like such a gamble using colour pen in your planner. And of course I've got these holes in the way, which doesn't help. I don't really want the girl to be punched, but I think she'll have to go there so I don't chop off her arm. I've really been enjoying being a rep for Sarah and using her stickers. You can get a discount with my code Julie20, but the best deal is on her new sheet Tuesdays, where she has 50% off new releases and 25% off other stickers in the shop. So if you are after any of her stickers, that's definitely the best day to shop. I like that she looks like she's standing right on the top of that one. As soon as I knew our International Planner Collab theme was Make It Bloom, I thought of these stickers straight away. And there's a monthly challenge that Sarah has, which I think is Spring Awakening. And again, these are perfect for that. Now, do I want to have the quote in the space, or do I want to overlap it a little bit with the circle? Tricky. I think it looks good in either place. I'll stick to my original plan of overlapping it. I found this Just Bloom quote in the Pressed Petals sticker book from Happy Planner, I think it's called. So what I thought I'd do is cut off the bloom, and I could have Make It Bloom or Just Bloom down the bottom here. It would be good if I could get that a little bit in that space there. Let's see if I can get it straight. Got a little bubble in it, but I should be able to get that out. So I could just add the make it there with some letters. Need to add the days in the circles, and I'm wondering about whether I should add anything in any of the spaces. What I thought I might do is just add a flower, because there was a flower on there that I've cut off to the top, and then add the make it here. I'm using letters from the Happy Planner Alphabet Sticker book. I have a couple of copies of that one, and it's a good one, I think. When I was a little girl, I wanted to be a ballerina. Some of my favourite books to read were the Drina Dances ballet series. I think they're out of print now, but I've got copies of all of them. I used to get them out of my local library and then just keep going and getting them again and again and again, like you do when you're young. I did ballet classes for, I think, just a year. And this is why when people say you can be anything you want to be, I take a little bit of issue with that, because I wasn't cut out really to be a ballerina. Graceful is not really a word you would use to describe me. Probably more like bull at a china gate. I can be a little bit clumsy, but I gave it a good go. And when I didn't do very well in the first exam, I just sort of scraped through, I stopped going. I think I'm quite a competitive person, and the fact that I wasn't succeeding or succeeding as well as I'd hoped made me lose interest. I'll just add the days, I think. Oh, and I do need to put the month in here. I'll just use my trusted rainbow dated sticker book. I'll just put March here. I keep forgetting I've got this washi tape that's got the days of the week. It's Tim Holtz washi, and it's in a nice font similar to this font. So as I don't want to take up a lot of room in the circles, I think that's what I'm going to use. What did you want to be when you were growing up, and did you end up doing it? The one thing I said I would not do is teach, just because my dad was a teacher and everybody said, oh, you'll be a great teacher. And so I always said, no, I don't want to do teaching. Probably because my dad taught slightly older children and I ended up teaching quite young children. So of course they were quite right in the end. Other things I'd have liked to do was to be a writer. I did actually have something published once, just in a paper. And I did write a few books as well, but nothing that got published. And probably my dream job would have been to sing on the stage. But there you go. I think a lot of the things in the arts are quite tricky to get into. I really like those days of the week, and I think I've got months in the same font, so I will have to remember to use those in future. I've also got this one that says memories, record, journal, write, note, draw, remember, so I can use one of those in this last box. I don't know if it's still available. I got it off Craftily, I think, which is a Spanish website, but if it is, I will link it in the description. I think the last thing I'm going to do is use this scallop washi along the bottom, because it is a little bit bare here. This is Happy Planner washi, and it does match the blue of the girl, and I'll probably put it across the top as well. I don't know whether I need to put the numbers on, probably, but I could just write those in. I think this washi just finishes it off perfectly. This is a gorgeous spread. I am really enjoying getting fully into spring and florals. It's just so pretty. I've been asked before, do I write just in the boxes on my page? And generally I do, so I don't have a lot to write. And I don't mind white space on the page. So this doesn't really bother me. But during the week when I write in it, I can always add stickers as well if I want to. I'm very happy with my contribution to the Instagram challenge, both of them. If you haven't taken part in a challenge and you are on Instagram, it is good to get you thinking outside of the box sometimes. And it's a great idea if you are stuck for what to do for a spread. There are quite a few around. I've seen some on Facebook as well. And of course in April there will be the spring sticker hunt. So that video should be going up quite soon. I usually leave it to just a couple of days before the month because the idea is to search for the stickers in April. So if that's something you might be interested in, remember to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so that you can be alerted as soon as it's posted. Really happy with this spread. I wasn't sure about it, and it's one of those spreads I'd quite like to do twice and put the flowers at the bottom and see how different it would look. But either way, I think it would be beautiful. And just before I go, I remember that that set of Tim Holtz washi also does have the numbers. It is really for bullet journal type spreads, so it's perfect. So I will be able to add those as well. As always, you'll get to see the final spread right at the end of the video. I hope if you're interested in creative ideas for your planning, this has given you some inspiration. You don't always have to stick to the layout in your planner. You can just use blank pages and create your own. If you haven't tried it, it's a fun thing to do. Hope you have a great week with lots of sunshine. Happy planning, take care, and see you soon.